All right, what up, Who That Nation? This is No Cap, No Filter Saints. I'm your host, Marley G. And the Saints fall once again to the Washington Commanders, 19-20. Man, ooh, so close, but yet so far, bro. Man, bro, that was a game right there. Well, nothing was going right, bro. Nothing was going right. Jake Hainer was in the game. Let me look at these stats right quick. Let me look at these stats with Jake Hainer real quick, bro. I don't really want to mess up what I'm about to go ahead on and see. But this is the guy who a lot of people wanted to see. Me, I felt it would have been interested to see, but if I had to pick who I would want to start this game, I always wanted Snake to start. But it was a lot of Jake Hanna fans wanted to give him a chance, just for the simple fact, okay, despite the circumstances, we seen Spence. Despite whatever circumstances, injuries, going up against this defense, going up against that defense, going up against a high Bucks team. Despite what we may have thought, we already seen him for 3 games. So some people are like, well, let's see what Jake Hanna about for this game. Who knows? Jake Hanna could have went up in here and just went off, but that didn't happen. But for the most part, Jake Hanna was 4 for 10, 49 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Spence Rattler came in the game and probably like 8 minutes left in the third quarter. That boy got yanked before midway of the third quarter. That's how you know it was bad. It wasn't no garbage time. Rattler came up in there in the fourth quarter. That boy got yanked before midway of the third quarter. So Rattler came in there 10 for 21. He ain't really just knocked your socks off. 135 yards, 1 touchdown, but he did facilitate the drive to go ahead on and tie it up if we'd have just kicked the field goal. But Dan Rizzi, he's that type of guy who just going to try to go for it. Like, even it was one of those losses. They said if we would have got the touchdown, would have went for the 2-point conversion. So he's that type of Dan Campbell guy that just gonna just be real ballsy and just try to win a game in a lot of situations and try to go for it on fourth down in a lot of situations because he has that confidence in his team. Me personally, I think if you want to win that game, you already got the momentum on your side. Go ahead on and kick the field goal. The momentum on your side. The defense should go up in there and get a stop if y'all don't win the coin toss in overtime. Or if you do get the ball in overtime, maybe the offense be pumped out there to go get a touchdown, to go secure the win. Cedric Wilson, he also threw a touchdown to Alvin Kamara on trick play. Alvin Kamara had got hurt on that play, I believe. So they're running some tests on him right now to see if he's okay. I'm not sure if he eclipsed his 1,000-yard mark, but I doubt it on the season for rushing. Kendrick Miller, he was 9 carries for 46 yards, average 5.1 yards a carry. Kendrick Miller did real good, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. He looked at like, he had that burst. As long as he can stay healthy, I think we got a good back with Kendrick Miller. That's just me personally. Like, I always felt like that dude had a lot of talent. It was just things going on with Dennis Allen. Plus, it was just the injuries. But other than that, I always felt like the talent was there. Scantling, he didn't really do much this game. 2 catches for 64 yards. Alvin Kamara, he's leading the team in rushing and he's leading the team in receptions. That's crazy. Foster Monroe, he had a few good plays. Foster Monroe played hard. He got a touchdown, 4 receptions for 39 yards. Pettis, 2 receptions for 22 yards. Johnson, uh, 2 receptions for 12 yards. A lot of people ain't like the play that we did go for it for the 2-point conversion. Like, a lot of people felt like Clint Kubiak could have drew some up better than that, but that's the risk you take when you go for it. Like, you could call a perfect play. If a guy dropped the ball wide open, he dropped the ball. If the guy mess up the snap, he messes up the snap. But that's the risk you take. That's why I always say just go ahead on and kick the field goal. Take the points. Like, I'd rather take my chances on a bad snap with the field goal or miss or a block with the field goal. I just feel like you have less of a chance for something to go wrong. That's just me personally. The defense surprisingly had got a lot of sacks on Jaden Daniels. They got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sacks, bro. We had 7 sacks and lost by 1 point. That's some Dennis Allen type of stuff right there. But yeah, man, Cam Jordan, he had got 2 sacks this game. Demario Davis got a sack this game. Ugo Amadi got a sack this game. Granderson got 1 sack this game, and Chase Young got 2 sacks. And I said it. I said, man, which one is more likely before this game? Chase Young getting 2 sacks on Jaden Daniels, or Jake Haener throwing 2 picks to Marshawn Lattimore? I don't think Marshawn Lattimore got thrown to 1 time this game. So that shows you all the respect that we got for him. He wanted to, prove the Saints that we made a mistake, had trading him. But who knows? A lot of people feel like Mickey Loomis did that trade just because, okay, well, we got rid of Dennis Allen. I'm going to get rid of the guy that had the biggest gripe with Dennis Allen. But me, I don't know. I think it was like a money-saving thing. Like, they feel like they can afford, losing somebody in the DB room, because we got like a good DB room, I believe. We got Alontae Taylor, we got Rico Payton, we got Kool-Aid McKinstry. I think he had an injury out there. I think he is okay though. But yeah, man. The offensive line on offense, I think they could have blocked better. Like Trevor Penning, I don't think he had his best day today. Fuaga, I don't think he had his best day. McCoy, a lot of them. I think we could have did very better when it came to the offensive line. But I do believe that Jake Haener did do a lot of mistakes. I do think Spence Rattler, he could have played better, but the offensive line, they ain't really do him no favors either. Let's see what the Commanders did. Jaden Daniels was 25 for 31, only 6 incompletions, 226 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Ran for 66 yards. He averaged 6 yards on this. So, he was doing pretty well in the air. He was doing pretty well on feet, but we did sack him 7 times. So, stats don't really just show everything. But we held that team to 20 points, man. McLaurin, he had 7 receptions for 73 yards, 2 touchdowns. Zacchaeus, yeah, I ain't even going to try to pronounce that name, but the guy who used to play for the Falcons, the wide receiver, he had 3 receptions for 36 yards. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Zach Ertz, he had 2 receptions for 25 yards. He had that one big play where he came up looking like a little he looked like a little injured on that play, but he got up. He was okay. Crowder had 3 receptions for 27 yards, and Brown had 3 receptions for 30 yards. So, the DB room, they ain't really just do bad. I just think Jaden Daniels made plays at the right time for them. They made some good clutch plays, man. They made some good clutch plays. And they front 7 was kind of manhandling our offensive line. I felt like that was a story of the game. Me personally. Chin, he had 1 sack. You had Payne, he had 1 sack. You had Armstrong, he had 1 sack. So they only got 3 sacks, but they was in our face a lot of times throughout this whole game. Devontae Fowler Jr., he was back there with pressure all game. He was just being very disruptive. But a lot of people got what they wanted, bro. They wanted to see Haener. We seen Haener. It's pretty much safe to say if Derek Carter don't be a no-go for the next game, Spence Rattler will get the start. I'm very interested to see how Spence will start a full game. It would have been interesting to see what would have happened if he would have played this full game. I believe we probably would have won this game. But it's going to be very interesting, bro. Dan Rizzi, he has another belt. He has another loss under his belt as of now. I'm thinking that Rizzi hype is kind of over now. So it's going to be very interesting to see who we look towards moving forward as far as his head coaching position. Me personally, if we don't get Ben Johnson, I don't mind having that bridge guy in Rizzi. A lot of people looking at Aaron Glenn. I'm just not sure about him. A lot of people looking at Liam Cohen. I'm not sure about him being a leader of men. When it comes to the quarterback position in the draft, like if we don't draft no quarterback, I'm pretty fine. We're rolling out with Spencer for a year. Like, see what we got with Spencer for a full year. And, if we don't do good, sure, we'll be in good draft position to draft a quarterback next year. Not this upcoming draft, but the following draft. And then we could get our cap right. We get our head coach right. We get our quarterback right. We get everything right. And not this upcoming draft, but the next upcoming draft in that offseason. And I'm willing to be patient and wait on that because one thing about it, though, you got to have a head coach and you got to have a quarterback. If you don't have at least one of those two things, you're not going far in this league. You're going to need a hell of a head coach with a pretty decent quarterback, or you're going to need a hell of a quarterback with a pretty decent, head coach and some good coordinators around him. You're going to need one of them two. And if you're lucky, you can hit on both. That's pretty much all I got, man. Who's next? We got the revenge game everybody been waiting on. We got the Saints versus the Packers game. A lot of people felt like the Packers last year was the reason that we didn't go to the playoffs, just because we lost to the Packers last year. That game is actually going to be December 23rd, a Monday night game at 7:15. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to be tuning into this game. It's going to be at Lambeau. It's going to be very cold. We're going to see if Derek Carr is going to play in that game. He'll be still kind of dealing with that injury from that left hand. So this is going to be a game that I think a lot of people are going to be tuned into, just because it's a primetime game. And on top of that, if Derek Carr don't play this game, I'm pretty for certain he will play against the Raiders. They might save him just so he could be a little bit better versus the Raiders because that's going to be his revenge game. Say what they want. You get up for a revenge game. You get up for a team that let you go. Even Marshawn Lattimore, he said it himself. He said, man, I'll be lying if I ain't admit this game, and have a little bit more edge for me. So, to embrace the future. Like, I don't know about you guys, but this whole Dennis Allen, Derek Carr era, like, we got Dennis Allen up out of here, but you got to get rid of Carr. I want a new quarterback, a new head coach. A lot of people want Loomis gone, but I'm not even worried about Loomis. I feel like, as long as we could get, if he could hit on a head coach, we ain't too much got to worry about Loomis. Just hit on the head coach, hit on the quarterback, and we ain't got to just worry about Loomis like that. But the only reason we have to worry about him because he won't give up on Dennis Allen. But yeah, man. Pretty much, I'm liking what I'm seeing out of Kendra. There's some guys who still could step up and do more for the team. But other than that, man, this was a loss that I don't mind, taking because, like I say, we win, cool. We lose, cool, because it's doing better for the draft pick. But I would like to have seen us at least kick that field goal, and then after we kick the field goal, tie it up going to overtime, and then let the loss be on the defense or something. Like, I will like that confidence with Snake after facilitating a comeback like that because Snake had walked them people down. Make no mistake about it. It was 14-0 when he came in the game. Since then, we put up 19 points. Shoot, the proof was in the pudding. That's why everybody said Snake and Jake, they about on the same level looking like, but Snake has a little bit more upside to him. Yeah, you seen it right there on display today. But we'll get back to it and make I'll do live soon. Let everybody come in and get their bars off or whatnot. I'll probably have some guests come up on the show, give their takes on what's going on with that game, get their takes on what's going on with this matchup that we got versus the Green Bay Packers soon. But the division is looking real. It's not in our favor to make no playoff run right now. So a lot of people that's wanting to lose to get a better draft pick, don't knock those people. They just want what's best for the team in the long term. They ain't really worried about what's going on right now as far as being a fan and not want your team to lose or whatever. They worried about a better future, better position to draft who you want. And even if you don't get the guy you want for whatever. Ooh, the Bucks is giving it to the Chargers, dog. That's what I'm saying, boy. Liam Coleman, he might be a good candidate. Look at that. Baker Mayfield is 21 for 26 right now. 4 touchdowns, 1 interception. Bucky Irvin, 15 carries for 117 yards. White, 11 carries for 41 yards. Man, them dudes got a good offense, bro. Ooh, Mike Evans is cooking, boy. 9 receptions for 159 yards, averaging 17 yards a catch with 2 touchdowns right now. Hey, they doing all this without what his name is, Chris Godwin, bro. 37 points to 17 right now, bro. And it ain't even much to gain. It's still 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. And buck something serious. It's gonna be some people out there for that head coaching gig, bro. Liam Cohen, he's looking pretty much good, but I want to know how he's a leader of men. But he could call some offense. I give him that. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below, man. Y'all rather just go with Snake for the rest of the season? Y'all want Derek to come back and make these final games more worth watching because you just feel like Derek Carr is just a better quarterback on the roster right now? Let me know what y'all think down in the comment section below. I'm out. Y'all be safe. Peace and who dat.